Good morning. Welcome to Storytime Active this morning. So sorry if you had me for about 3 seconds a minute ago. Not quite sure what happened there, but here to stay this time round. I'm Lindsay. I'm here from Warts and All Theatre this morning for Storytime Active. So what we're going to be doing is using our faces and our bodies and our voices to bring a story to life. And we're doing this every Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. For the next few weeks as part of our Link programme, which is our kind of online offer during this time that we're all at home. And today's story is a wonderful story called The Girl Who Never Made Mistakes. It's a really good story and I hope you'll enjoy sharing it with me this morning. So if you are watching, please do say hello. I'd love to know that you're there and I can say good morning to you. And if this is your first time, then welcome, thanks so much. And if you've been before, then welcome back. It's lovely to have you. So what we always do for a Storytime Active is we start off by warming up our body and our voice and our face so that we're all ready to bring our story to life this morning. And we're going to start with our body this morning. So we'll start with our hands and we'll give them a little shake. Good morning, Rosie and Felix. I hope you're ready to shake and wake up before our story. And we're going to shake our hands as high in the sky as we possibly can. And then all the way down to the ground. And then we're going to shake our arms. And do the same thing with your legs. You can shake one leg as hard as you can. Really, really, really hard. And then shake the other leg as jiggly and wiggly as you can. And then we're going to shake our whole bodies. And we're going to shake up, 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 and down, 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 down. And wiggle like a jelly on a plate. So we're all wiggly, wobbly and ready to wake up this morning. Well done, and your body should feel all wide awake now. And we're going to wake up this morning, and the way that we do that is we start off in a whispering voice very quietly, and I'm going to keep my hands very low, and as I move my hands up, 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 our voices will get louder and louder and louder. When I move them down again, we get quieter and quieter and quieter, and we're just going to say good morning. And we'll start with a little whisper like this. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. And a really loud one. Good morning. And down again. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Well done. And we'll get our faces nice and warm, ready for all those amazing faces that you'll make during our story. And the way that we do that is we take a big, invisible, imaginary sweetie and we chew it and chew it and chew it as hard as we can like this. And you can swallow it down. Well done. And now your body and your voice and your face is all wide awake and ready for our story. So our story this morning at Storytime Active for Warts and All is The Girl Who Never Made Mistakes. Very excellent story and I hope that you'll enjoy it. There we go. Here's our first page. For Beatrice Bottomwell, Friday began like any other day. And there she is waking up in the morning. Maybe we could wake up. You could lie down first if you want to go to bed and then wake up. Ooh. Big stretch. Time to start the day, Beatrice. She matched her socks. And of course, she put her shoes on their proper feet. Should we put on our socks and shoes? One sock and the other sock. And our shoes and do the straps up and our other shoe and do the straps up. Do you like to match your socks? I never match my socks. They're always odd. But Beatrice matches hers. She remembered to feed her hamster, Humbert, his favourite food, broccoli. And when she made a sandwich for her brother Carl's lunch, she used exactly the same amount as peanut butter and jelly. So here she is with her hamster. Shall we feed Humbert as well? We give him some broccoli. We could even be Humbert. Little hamster having his broccoli for breakfast. And she's making her brother's sandwich. Maybe you'd like to help do that. We could spread the peanut butter on the sandwich. Spread the jelly. It's like jam. And put the lid on. Delicious. When she stepped outside to greet her fans, she didn't forget to say good morning and thank you. There she is, stepping outside, and all her fans are waiting for her. Shall we step out to our fans? Good morning, thank you, good morning, thank you, thank you. They asked if she'd made her bed. She had. They asked if she'd forgotten to do her maths homework. Nope. What about tonight's talent show? They asked. I'm ready, said Beatrice with a smile. After all, her juggling act had won 3 years in a row. Shall we do Beatrice's smile? I'm ready. She's very confident, isn't she? Here we go. Most people in town didn't even know Beatrice's name. They just called her the girl who never makes mistakes. Because for as long as anyone could remember, she never did. There she is. Never makes mistakes. Unlike Beatrice, Carl made lots of mistakes. That's her baby brother. He ate his crayons and drew with his green beans. He danced with his hands and played piano with his feet. Carl loved to make mistakes. Shall we do some of Carl's mistakes? Shall we eat our crayons? And draw with our green beans? Is that making a picture? Not for me. I'm going to draw one up here so you can see it. What picture are you going to draw with your green beans? You could get someone that's with you to put their hand out for you, and you could draw your picture on their hand and see if they can guess what it is from how it feels. That would be cool. He danced with his hands. We can dance with our hands. And play piano with his feet. Can you do that with your feet? Have you got toes that you can play the piano with? Carl has. There he is. Carl loved to make mistakes. At school, Beatrice was on a cooking team with her 2 best friends, Millie and Sarah. There they are. To make their giant rhubarb muffins, they needed 4 eggs. Beatrice went to the refrigerator and carefully chose the biggest, eggiest eggs she could find. But on the way back, her legs slipped out from under her. The eggs went flying. Beatrice was about to make her first mistake. But she didn't. That was close, thought Beatrice. You want to try doing that? See if you could drop your eggs and fall down and catch them all. Just. That was close. And somebody says, sorry, Beatrice, I dropped a bit of rhubarb. She says, don't mention it. Still got an egg in her mouth. Don't mention it. For the rest of the day at school, Beatrice could not stop thinking about her almost mistake. There she is, thinking about it on the swings, thinking about it in class, thinking about her almost mistake. On her way home from school, Beatrice watched Millie and Sarah ice skating in the park. Come and join us, said Millie. It's fun, said Sarah. Beatrice watched them slip and slide on the frozen pond. Millie and Sarah laughed as they wobbled on the ice. Shall we do some ice skating? You stand up and slip and slide around. Woo! Can you do any fancy twirls on the ice? Or maybe go backwards or forwards or really fast. Maybe you've got a slippy floor in your house and you can skid along like you're really ice skating. Sorry, grown-ups. Millie and Sarah are having a great time ice skating. and they've asked Beatrice to come and join them. "No thanks," says Beatrice. At supper, Beatrice barely touched her food. "Is everything all right, kiddo?" asked her father. "I'm worried I'll mess up tonight," said Beatrice, "and everyone will be watching." "Worry? You don't make mistakes," he said with a smile. Beatrice tried to smile too. After supper, Beatrice got ready for the talent show. First, she woke Humbert up from his nap. She's woken up her hamster. Shall we wake him up? Wake up, Humbert! Wake up! There he is. Next, she got the salt shaker from the kitchen table. And finally, she filled a balloon with water. Wonder what her trick's going to be. The school auditorium was packed. It's like the school hall. Absolutely packed. Beatrice felt her stomach jumping around inside her. Is that how your tummy feels when you're nervous? Mine does. Like leaps around like spaghetti. Beatrice waited for her juggling music to begin. "That's her! That's the girl who never makes mistakes," said a woman. "Oh, we know she'll be perfect," said a man. When the music started, she tossed Humbert into the air. Next, she added the salt shaker, and finally, the water balloon. There she is. Shall we do some juggling with a hamster and a salt shaker and a water balloon and keep them all going up, 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 up. What a cool trick. Beatrice didn't miss a beat. The crowd clapped with delight. Woo! Well done, Beatrice! Yay! But Beatrice noticed something odd about the salt shaker. The specks falling out of it were not white. What do you think's happened? Achoo! Uh-oh. You do big sneeze like that. Achoo! Humbert was so surprised that he grabbed the water balloon with his claws. Kablooey! I think it popped. You do a big balloon pop. Maybe you could make your whole body into a round balloon and then 3, 2, 1, pop! Gonna try it again. Make a little balloon. 3, 2, 1, pop! Well done. Kablooey! Went the water balloon. Pop! Humbert, pieces of water, balloon and pepper rains down on top of Beatrice. Oh no. For the first time in as long as anyone could remember, Beatrice made a mistake. And it was a big one. Oh no. The music stopped and Beatrice didn't know what to do. There she is. Cry? Run off stage? What do you think she should do? Have you got any good ideas? The crowd sat stunned. They couldn't believe that the girl who never makes mistakes made a mistake. Beatrice looked up at Humbert, and he looked back at her. She looks up at him. He looks back at her. His hamster fur was soaked and speckled with bits of balloon. Beatrice let out a giggle. Can you do a little giggle like that? The giggle grew into a chuckle. And the chuckle became a laugh. A big, huge laugh. You do an enormous laugh. Starts out tiny, and it gets bigger, and then it gets huge. An enormous laugh Beatrice lets out. The people in the crowd look at each other, and then back at Beatrice, They begin to giggle, then chuckle, then finally roar with laughter. Ha 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 ha. Beatrice and the audience laughed until they couldn't remember why they were laughing. That night, Beatrice slept better than she ever had. Should we go to bed like Beatrice and have a lovely long sleep? And then we can wake up the next morning. In the morning, no fans greeted Beatrice. When she got dressed, for no reason at all, Beatrice put on a polka dot sock on one foot and a plaid sock on the other. Should we do that? Put on 2 socks that don't even match. Beatrice and Carl made sandwiches. This time, they put peanut butter and jelly on the outside. They called it Inside Out PB&J. Lunch was messy and delicious. They're having very messy sandwiches. Should we have some very messy sandwiches with all our jam and peanut butter on the outside? So sticky. So funny. Later, Beatrice found Millie and Sarah skating in the park. They fell a lot and laughed a lot. Do a bit more ice skating, da-da-da, sliding across the floor, and maybe you want to do a big fall down. Well done. Now, people no longer call her the girl who never makes mistakes. They just call her Beatrice. The end. Thank you so much for joining me for that story this morning. The Girl Who Never Makes Mistakes. One of my fave books. I really hope you enjoyed it and that you had lots of fun using your body and your face to bring the story to life today. I'll be here Wednesday mornings, 10:30 for the next few weeks as part of the Warts and All Link programme with a different story each week to bring to life. If you've got any favourite stories that you'd really like me to bring to life, please let us know at Warts and All, because I'd love some new ideas for stories that people would like to hear. And I'm also here on a Monday evening at 6:30 doing a bedtime story, a nice calm relaxing one ready for bedtime on a Monday evening. So I hope to see you at some of those again soon. Thank you so much. Bye for now.